Won't you stay? It's a beautiful day. Don't walk away. Don't walk away. If I was looking for a serious distraction, what kind would...
My dad bought the farm in 1940, and he was a dairy farmer. And my dad and mom milked cows until the 60s, and then in the 70s, my husband and I started the dairy again, and we were dairymen for 20 years, so till 1994. Well, I kind of was always here, and even after Dad retired, I kept a small herd of cows, and to this day, I'm not sure if Charlie liked the cows or me, but he got us both in the package. And he had his own herd of cows, so we put them together. And basically, we didn't know anything but dairying. Yes, Washington County had hundreds of dairy farms, and today they have less than 10.
Right, yes.
Yeah, and they were all small dairy farmers. I think the most cows we milked were 80 at any one time, and now the average dairy is in the thousands. So things have really changed. And also, our farm lies on Dairy Creek, and it was named because there were so many dairies on Dairy Creek. But that was great in the old days when we could irrigate out of it and let the cows, or pump the water out and let the cows drink the creek. But some new rules came about in the early 90s. Department of Agriculture stopped by one day and said that they no longer wanted confined animal feedlots. We were just a family dairy, but they called us a confined animal feedlot anywhere near running water. So we had the choice of moving all these buildings to the top of the farm or getting out of business. So within a week, Charlie had the cows sold, and we were without a job and without an income. It was a shock, and the first few days it was a really big shock, but then we didn't have to get up when the alarm rang at 5. And
You could go on vacation.
so our only choice then was to sell the farm. Wasn't big enough to make a living in anything but probably nursery in those days. And so we had the choice to sell the farm to a nursery or to a grass seed farmer. Grass seed was quite profitable in those days. But I didn't want to sell the farm. We decided to take our garden, which by that time was about an acre, and see if we could turn it into a truck farm and sell directly to our neighbors. And eventually we snuck into the city of Portland. I remember the first day I took a truckload of a pickup load of sweet corn into Pioneer Square on the first day of the Wednesday market, and they made me put cardboard under the pickup because it was leaking oil on the mix.
You're in the city now.
And my mom was with me, and she says, "Are you sure you know what you're doing?" I says, "No, Mom." But within an hour, we had sold all the corn. And she says, "I think you know what you're doing, so let's go home and do some more." So we were able to keep the farm then just by growing fruits and vegetables and selling them directly to the consumer, and that's what we do today. And we grow 95% of everything right
Outside.
outside. We don't baby anything. We do start all of our plants in those greenhouses, but they come out here right away, and so we don't baby them. This is what Mother Nature has given us this year. It's only messed up the rhubarb. Other than that, everything else looks great.
What's your philosophy about growing things?
We decided not to become certified organic because at that point in our farm, no one could agree on what certified organic really meant. There weren't really any rules, and there were several certifying agencies that didn't agree, and the government didn't agree with them. And anyway, so we chose to go natural, and there's no certification for that, so you just need to visit the farm or talk to the farmer. But the first few years of going natural, taking away all the chemicals that we used to farm with when we grew wheat and field corn and all those things, first few years were a disaster because every bug in Washington County knew that Sungold Farm was no longer using chemicals. Let's go eat, and they did, and the weeds grew, but things calmed down pretty soon. The good birds found out that we were friendly, and they'd come in and eat varmints and bugs. Our coyotes moved back in because we didn't let the neighbors shoot them. That used to be a Sunday sport, was to shoot coyotes for farmers around here. They're not allowed, and we have a litter of coyotes born every year, and they really help with the mice and varmint control, and they're not spooky. I mean, we're not afraid of them at all. In fact, when we're out, maybe when we go out today, we'll see them. They follow the tractors around and wait for us to kick up a mouse, and if we get out of the tractor, they vamoose. So, I'm not missing any grandchildren. So the coyotes are great. We still have a problem with weeds, but we're learning rotation on the weeds, and my husband owns every rototiller known to man, and he loves to kill weeds. And in fact, they're out today on a rotary weeder, an Italian make of rotary weeder that you'll see work possibly. That really has helped us a lot. It's cut down our hoeing immensely. So we don't hoe too many things anymore. It's all with the machine. And we use a lot of mulch, water wheel planter. It's a really simple machine. A tank of water, a wheel that punches holes. We have different wheels with different size holes and different spacing. Water runs out of a hose, gravity flow into the wheel and out the hole, and then two of us sit here and punch plants in. So yesterday we did a couple thousand lettuce in about an hour. So it's all watered in. You don't have to hurry back and water anything. You look behind you and it's all alive, and you can sit here and discuss all the problems in the world. This is my favorite field.
It's so pretty.
Yeah, we can grow anything out here. Yeah. It doesn't grow a whole lot of weeds. And when I was a kid, this is where I rode horse all the time around these creek banks and everything. We never used to farm it. Dad just pastured it. So the first time Charlie turned it over, I said, "Do you think this will grow anything besides pasture?" "Yeah." He says, "You just wait." We all grew up milking the cows and doing the chores, and I like having the grandkids around. That's great. Everybody likes to farm. They fight to drive the tractors, and we're all tied to the land in one way or the other. I mean, the kids were born here, and I was born here. Charlie is the only outcast, or only alien, and we just love this farm.
It's a beautiful day. Don't walk away.